5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're right live.
Hello, it's great to see you, and I do hope that you are well. I'm Jenny Kirk, welcome you up here to the loft, and as always, we have the Cupboard Monkey.
Hello, how are you doing? I'm trying to see.
Yes, we have Gandalf.
I'm going to be closing this for the. So you'll have to remind me to turn it back on before we end the show.
Okay, so we've also got Gandalf.
Hello.
Hello, Gandalf. We've also got the Toaster Twins, but they're currently holding the floor down. So
They're on the floor because they're asleep.
Well,
if you hear the sound of bread being baked slowly, it's because they're snoring.
Yeah, the sound of a bread tray being emptied out. We also have the Tumble of Clowns. And the Straggler. Yes, and the one with the trombone. That's great, the gang is here. So, big hello to Flymo Chairman 1, Summer Breeze Mother Railway, Ruben Ashwell, Mr. Pal. That's Mr. Pal to you. We've also got Les Kirk 1664. That's my dad. Is that a reference to Cronenberg or something? Summer Breeze Mother Railway, Rocky Top Rail Productions. Oh, it's moving quick now. Stephen Maxwell 1453, Vobert Becking, Kelvin Lee Gray, great to see you. Daryl Lewis, ZM8DZ, Valleys 56XX, Andy Fryers Junction, David Scott 6468, DJK 666, Caroline Rogers 1057, Ben Tullett 6068, Claude Hamilton, Martin Weber TB2GI, Stefan Svensson, Malco Blues, Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath, Simon Pitcher, Alan Pollock, Richard Swiderski, Anthony Organ Grinder. There we are. Good evening to all in the shed tonight, watching you on the PC whilst I play with the Chuff Sync on a HM7000 decoder. Good
Nice.
stuff, good stuff. Ben 60,009, hello to you. Marcus Muggins, good evening. Paul Grant, J9J, says hi Jenny, Zoe and everyone else. Warbler Productions. Ah, the algorithm is running. TARDIS detected.
And
Enhanced 34 to 48.
And of course, a big thank you to Andy at Sawyer Models for keeping the lights on.
Absolutely.
Get all your cool stuff
Careful, you're going to
at
spill
the
the
address
Coke.
above.
Yeah, but you nearly spilt my Coke there. Banging as you are into the table. Yes, that's right. As I was about to say, Andy Sawyer at Sawyer Models. Thank you very much. Sawyer Models, of course, your one-stop shop for new, used, and plus the
weathering service.
Well, yeah, sorry, I got dust in my throat.
Your one-stop shop for new, used, modified,
and customization, and plus. Oh yeah, you know it feels like somebody's sprinkling dust on.
Plus, of course, they do the Monday Club wagon. He has his own wagon as well, which is very cool.
Yep.
And Skeletric, Airfix, you name it, he's got it.
Absolutely, the one-stop shop.
Apart from a mechanical duck. He does not have a mechanical duck.
Is he not showing you the one in the back?
No, he doesn't have it because I've got it.
Well, no, he had two. He had a green one as well.
No, he did not.
No, he had a green one. Dean Fielding, hello to you. Ravenheart Modelling, the chameleon circuit on the TARDIS stuck when it was in the shape of a Gronk. Each one on the screens is a different doctor parked up for a convention.
Yes.
Has nobody actually spotted it, by the way?
No, I don't even know where it is.
And Andy Fryers Junction says, Jenny, I forgot to take pics of the 009 pre-owned that's come in.
Ooh.
Well, it's only downstairs from where you live.
Oh my goodness,
Oh, thank you so much,
Santec,
for your
thank
generosity. You. Very kindly donated £10 for the cookies on the super chat.
You are
thank
very
you so
generous.
much.
Thank you,
we
man.
We may have already scoffed them.
We did. We had tea cakes tonight, but we were up here a little early.
More. We can get some more now.
I'm not going now.
Oh.
I'm working on the show. You can't send me off.
RG Models 86 says, I can see the TARDIS. Richard Gruter says, behind wagons. Yep, absolutely. Harry Sedgwick says, hello and good evening, everybody. Hey, Jennifer and Zoe. Harry's here. So, it's great to see you all, and I hope you are all well. Roll VT!
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more with your host, broadcaster and model maker, Jennifer Kirk.
So the barman said, you can stay, but the Ferengi in the gorilla suit has to go.
Oh, yeah. The old ones are the best. Oh, hello everybody. It's great to see you. Welcome back. DJ Sarah Hall, happy Monday. Oh, you're twisting my melon, man. Anthony Mills says, run VT. We've just done that. Awesome Bricks, hello to you. DJ K666 says, the only doctor, sorry.
What only doctor?
I think we're coming halfway through a conversation.
Imagine that's a website. Only doctors.
Only doctors. What, you log in and just show them the colour of your snot and they go, you're weird. Right. Kelvin Lee Gray says, shut up, Wesley. Bree Kennedy, 75, good to see you as well. Angela Popkins says, hi Jenny and Zoe, Flymer Chairman 1. And everyone in the chat picked up a lovely Hornby Royal Highlander train pack today. Yes, so I was at Rails on Saturday. It was great to see them. It's been too long since I've been there, but I got a good guided tour. Big thank you to Richard Brighton, aka The Bright One. And he showed me around Access All Areas.
How is Richard Brighton?
He's doing well, actually.
Excellent.
He's looking really, really good, and he's lost weight and everything. He really
I found
looks
it.
good. Yes, you have. But no, it was great to see Richard, and got a little Access All Areas tour. So got shown around the extensive second-hand section that's there. And
You got
actually,
me some Warhammer. I was very happy.
I did, yes. What I didn't realise is that Rails of Sheffield deal in new and used Warhammer. I think it's more used, but actually...
Oh, used Slaneshi cultists.
Ooh, get some IPA.
Pre-loved Nurgles.
Oh, I hate that term, pre-loved. It makes it sound like it basically should be showing on an anatomically correct doll where it was touched. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the Bachmann summer announcements, which are due on Wednesday. Really looking
Which is
forward
confusing because the NMRA convention over the weekend had Bachmann USA's announcements for the middle of the year. So that was fun for me, trying to work out whether we had a show tonight or not.
Actually, it was interesting. There's some really nice Hudson V-tipper style wagons in 009. Which have been announced as part of the Bachmann USA range.
Nice.
And they're going to go down really well, particularly for PG Sambaroto, because the mud trains on the sugarcane railways often use things like Hudson V timbers.
Mud trains? What's a mud train?
Is
Is it a train that goes through less than standard style laid track and it goes through like the dirt and stuff and can keep going?
No. What it is
right.
after they've burnt the bagasse in the mill to raise the steam to power all the machinery, what's left over are the ashes. And I think what happens is that the ashes get mixed with water and form a kind of mud, which is then transported back to the fields and spread as a kind of rudimentary fertilizer for the next crop. So it's basically putting back into the soil what you've taken out.
So it's... Yeah, I can see where the name muds come from, but actually it's a fertilizer transport.
Kind of, yeah. It's basically the ashes. But in the translation, it's just basically it comes out as the mud train. So that's what I call a bit like ram track. I don't know what it actually is called, but the translation comes out as ram track. And they call the trains lorry trains, which is a bit confusing because they're not a lorry as we understand it.
Yeah.
And the fields are referred to as gardens. So there we are. Right. Francis Waddy DMS 1515. Big hello to you. We have some latecomers. I think Gandalf needs bringing out from his pack.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Well, I know what I want, but what I want isn't necessarily...
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
What, Zigga?
You want a Zigga Zigga, do you?
Yeah, actually, what I would really like, and, you know, I am a woman who has very modest wants, but I do want another run of the narrow gauge Baldwin 460 locomotive. It's long overdue. We haven't seen them for years. They're now so difficult to pick up second hand. Everywhere pretty much is sold out of them. Even the slower seller, the Sid, in that pseudo Southern Railway green, sold out pretty much everywhere that I can find. And I think it's high time that we had another batch. Second hand, they're actually going for more money than they cost when they were new, which is always a sign that there's demand. Yes.
I can understand exactly why you want that, because at the moment, with the dearth of narrow gauge stuff, aside from that lovely set of stuff from Rapido recently, it's essentially money left on the table.
Yeah, and the way that the Rapido Sirdars have sold better than I can really remember any other locomotive, there's a real buzz about them. And I think in part, yes, they are an amazing model, but also there's just nothing else out there. Which means that they're on every narrow gauge modeller's radar. Caledonian Railway 1233 says, but no, Glasgow and Southwestern stuff. I think there's only one preserved Glasgow and Southwestern Railway locomotive. They didn't fare particularly well in the grouping. I'm trying to remember, they became part of the LMS, and I have a feeling that pretty much all of their locomotives were deemed non-standard and just sort of fell by the wayside as part of the LMS's policy of standardisation. Some really pretty looking locomotives. There's one survives, and I have a feeling it was because it got sold on for colliery use, but I could be wrong on that. Hillside Junction says, good evening. I've arrived precisely when I meant to. Of course you have. And Gandalf has followed the cupboard monkey downstairs like a sad little puppy. So you'll have to wait until the Gandalf gets back. So let's change the angle of the dangle. Oh, we've already had that angle of the dangle. Let's go with that angle of the dangle. There we go. So yeah, J. Paul Anderson says White Leg, Glasgow and Southwestern Railway Baltic tank engine would be great. Yes, we've not had a Baltic tank. These probably a lot more numerous overseas. Australia seems to have used a lot in places like the Maitland Railway, from when I scrape my memory banks, and France as well. A lot of other countries went bigger on the Baltic wheel arrangement, but we seem to have shied away from it. I don't know why. And the Baldwin, the First World War Baldwins that the Rail Operations Division ordered, belie this thing that basically the British designers didn't seem to like pony trucks or bogies at both ends. Oh, thank you, Scanman J3Q. Very, very kindly donated $9.99 for the Biscuit Fund. Oh, thank you so much for your generosity. Oh, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, I've got an ice pack which I put on the vein that goes down the thigh just to keep me cool. Going to the dog says Bachmann announcement for tomorrow. Pair of Class 20s in Balfour. Ooh. Feast! Let me feast upon the feast.
Now,
talk to the nice people because I'm about to stuff my face.
from my point of view, what I'd like to see is 00 versions of anything from these books. Tramway Memories and Tramway Heyday, both by James Joyce, or at least J. Joyce. Now,
I don't think you're going to get trams.
I would love 00 trams, especially DCC ready or DCC fitted, because at the moment we don't have a huge amount of them. And every show I go to, that one of the guarantees that you'll see people crowding round a model railway exhibit is if they've got a tram going. It's a big thing. You see a lot of people enjoying them because everyone remembers them and everyone likes them. But you don't see many models, especially not that go with model railway, which is a shame. I would very much like to see them.
Vicky Lawler says, "Hi everyone, I'm almost here on time, Gandalf." Gandalf?
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Bang got you junction. Carl Brown says, "How about the class N2? That is a really great idea. Of course, with the 150th anniversary of the birth of Sir Nigel Gresley, that actually, I mean, the N2 is one of those locomotives that is absolutely just crying out to be done. So I'm just trying to.
Oh, the Gronky man has left his stuff behind.
How's it coupled up?
That's now.
So, I think the N2 is a definite must. Long overdue for a decent tooled variety.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those for a long
We've got
time.
an anniversary. I'd actually forgotten about that, so thank you for reminding that. Ravenheart Modelling says, "I'm very late for last Monday's Monday Club."
Yes. Even Gandalf will agree that if you turn up today, you're a bit late for last week. But of course, they are always available on catch up.
Obviously.
Which is why I keep saying to people that sometimes say that, well, I've tried doing a show and it doesn't pick up. Yeah, but you're thinking about it in the short term. It's always there available because it's not a zero-sum game.
Caledonian Railway 1233 says N2 in photo grey would be nice. Photo grey is a surprisingly nice livery. I'm just scanning back. There was DJK 666 says there was a DCC tram layout at Getz one year. Yes, there was.
I remember it. It was nice.
Ben Tull at 6068 says, "Has Zoe got the troll chart ready for the Bachmann announcements? Guarantee that models too expensive fall apart. Well, nothing in there for me."
There are several things that I will be putting onto the chart, but I haven't created it yet. Because, and I don't want anyone to think this is an attack, because it's not. We do these whenever I remember for anyone who's making announcements. Just because we're not taking the piss out of the manufacturer or the models they make. We're taking the piss out of the comments section that will always have the same comments, regardless of which manufacturer. Someone comes in going, "Nothing for me then." No, we didn't secretly get in our psychics and see what was in your brain and then avoid it. It's just, that's sometimes how the cookie crumbles, guys.
Yeah. Or the other one you have is like wallet marked safe for another year.
Yes.
Why didn't you do X? It would sell loads. I'd buy one. That's
Yes,
the
you
other.
buy one. That's the problem. I've got to make over 1,000 of these.
Yeah. Bring another 1,999 of your friends who want one as well, and we'll talk.
Yeah.
DJK 666 says, "My Acura KL 37 came back working, but the decoder was knackered." Oh, well, that's not. Is that with the lifetime warranty?
That sounds... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Need to get that sent back. If that's under the lifetime warranty, then I mean it can easily happen by accident. I'm sure they didn't send it out on purpose. Like
I don't
that,
think
but
anyone purposefully breaks a model and sends it out to a customer. It's just...
No.
It's just not going to happen. Your reputation's worth too much.
Oh, Spider Rob 39 says, "I moved home on Friday the 31st of July." Oh, look, congratulations! It's always
Welcome back.
nice. It's always nice to get a nice new home. I know that Iron Horse Railways will be moving into his new pad
Yes,
this week.
Iron Horse is currently surveying the back cave for an area where he can build the new railway.
So, just looking through it, David Newby, 6095, says, "The Great Northern Railway N2." Yeah, I think the N2 is an open goal in many respects. I honestly thought that Hornby were going to announce one this year, beginning of this year. So, I would not be surprised if Bachmann went for that. It is a very obvious choice. And at the moment, we've only really got the N7 in that category of locomotives for the LNER on the market. Really, really great model from Oxford Rail. But the N2 has been desperately in need of retooling for probably about 20 years. Going to the dogs says Settle and Carlisle celebrates 150th anniversary this year. Could Bachmann produce some models relating to this? Well, I suppose, have they done... Well, maybe we could have a re-release of, was it the Dent Station buildings? Or maybe they'd go for somewhere like Settle or Hellifield and add to the Scencraft range with a range of buildings for other stations on the line. That could be a way of doing it. Or something Midland Railway. I'm not really quite sure. It could be the Midland Spinner, although I don't think the Midland Spinners particularly worked over the Settle and Carlisle. And then there's also, is it the 15A class, something like that? The one that's preserved at Barrow Hill, the 240 tender loco, that's actually sat in the roundhouse on the road next to the Midland compound. That could be definitely up there.
Some people are saying, can we not mention Sam's trains?
Why would we?
No, Zantek was saying to someone, can we not mention them? And then the person who mentioned them saying why. I personally don't watch him. I haven't for years because I don't like his style. But other people like him.
Yeah, don't want to take that away from anybody. And it's one of those things.
Like we said earlier, it's not a zero-sum game. Someone's success does not mean that someone else can't also have success. So you don't need to avoid them.
No,
my problem is hero worship. When it's like, this person can't do any wrong because I like them. Like,
and that's not down to the person.
That's not down to the person. That's down to the person viewing.
Yeah, but not for me. But there's a lot of things are not for me, and I'm almost certainly not for many people. I doubt that Sam Strains watches me, to be honest. Anyway, right, moving on. As Antek says, because talking about him causes arguments. Well,
to a certain extent, I mean, yes, it does. But that, again, is not down to him. It's down to some of the people.
Tim Railways asks, Jenny, what did you get at Rails of Sheffield? Well, it's funny you should say that, because I got a whole load of Rapido 009 rolling stock. Yes. My name's Jenny Kirk, and I have a problem. I keep buying Rapido narrow gauge rolling
Haven't you
stock.
got one of pretty much everything they've just released?
Not quite. I've got one of every type of model in the all-purpose range. I have got one of every type because I managed to pick up a brake fan whilst I was there. It was something that had eluded me, but of the 54 or so main range wagons that were released, I've probably got a good 35 of them, maybe. So yes, I may have bought a lot of this. But then I also picked up, like a bandit, a whole load of stuff for my dad. So Hornby 00, loads of Hornby 00 there, not just in the Retro Emporium, which was actually where I got the Warhammer stuff from. And if you'd have known that Warhammer was there, would you have come with me?
No, because it was still the issue that I had to tidy the house and get everything ready, because I've been working hard all week, hadn't put away all the stuff I've been working on.
Basically,
and we had people coming around, so I had to do it.
We had people coming round for a meal, and we didn't want them to labour under the assumption that we live in an absolute pit. No,
we don't. The biggest issue is that I've been working on a lot of models. And I'd like to announce this here as well as on my show.
Yes.
For the 50th anniversary of the Lee show, I will be doing a booth where you can come and learn to play Warhammer.
Oh, right, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, and to do that, I need to have all my Warhammer stuff ready. So I've been working like an absolute monster trying to get this stuff done.
Do you have a set that Greasy Fingers can go all over?
I have Space Marines.
No, I mean
the
the people that you're teaching might have greasy fingers.
Yeah, and every single one of those, by the time that the show comes up,
clean.
will be fully painted, fully based, and most importantly, varnished.
Yeah, with easy wipe clean. Right. Richard Gruter says, I live in a dump if it helps. See what he did there. But I much appreciate N2 already undergoing repaint, says Les Kirk 1664. Yes, I got my dad an N2, funnily enough, 69567. A bit of a tired Hornby 00 69567 in BR Black, early crest, and it had a working mechanism underneath it, which was good. So my father is in the process of repainting it. He's got quite into that. I also got him a Denbigh Castle. That was one that's eluded us for best part of 40 odd years, and finally got a Denbigh Castle to go with his Bristol Castle, and his Cardiff Castle still don't have a Ludlow Castle. But yeah, there's a lot of Hornby 00 there, really loads, especially when I got a guided tour of the bit at the back. I found several Barnstables, a Dorchester. They were some of the highlights, and there was a lot of good stuff. But what else? Oh yeah, Ivor the engine, not the steam one, but the diesel locomotive is doing the rounds with the parcel train. You'll see it. Let's see if we can bring up a new angle of the dangle. What have you done?
I think I've got a spelk.
Oh, that's not good. So could you just prompt the
Yeah.
camera?
Where, there it is. Beepity beep 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 beepity
Bibbidi boppity boop.
There we go.
That's not the right. Well, where's my camera angle?
You're just doing this on purpose to make me press all these buttons now, aren't you?
Hit the lever. Yeah, here comes Ivor. So this was an actual special commission for Model Zone back in the day, and 08 600 was on my hit list. This was an 08 that I needed, and there it was, Ivor in a Network Southeast. Yes, Santec, but it was a special done by Model Zone. But they did do at least 2 specials of Ivor. And the other one I've got, because it's in RTC livery, I believe it's Ivor that got repainted into RTC livery. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction, aka PVA J Cloth Alan. Late says hello everyone in the chat. Watching while cooking, so I may not reply to stop my din-dins burning.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Anthony says NSE 08 looks good. Yes, I also have Eagle as well. There was a Monday clubber, very generously
That
actually.
blue one, that steam one that's gone round is gorgeous, by the way.
The blue, that's the S180.
It's a proper royal navy blue.
It is nice, isn't it?
Yes.
So the Longmoor Military Railway number 700. The it's got a name.
Very nice.
Major General.
Is it the modern model of a modern Major General?
I can't remember his name. Andy Fryer's Oh, sorry, you've pinned that. I keep reading
Yes.
the pinned comment. Valley's 56XX says, I mentioned castles to a club member, and the next running day she brought in her complete set of Hornby 00 castles in mint box condition.
Wow.
All ran really smoothly and quietly. Amazing. Yeah, and that's the thing. The N2 came out of a big box. It's like they haven't been tested. It's like, I don't know, calm down. It will work. And they're so simple. They generally do. And I put it on their test track, and there it sprang into life. Probably hadn't been run in decades. It just sprang into life. So, Colin Edwards, hello to you. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction says, yes, Adam, on the up, matey. Andy Fryer's Junction says, we're also down to low figures of the Monday Club 009 wagon. Order now or miss out. Please note, no holding, putting to one side. Basically, you can buy it.
There
and
are
put-
so few left that he's
Yeah.
not putting them to one side just in case.
Yeah,
basically.
you can buy it and put it in his trunk. And he was running the trunk since long before Hatton's was.
Didn't Hattons win an award for doing
They
something that
did
he was
actually.
already
He's a
doing?
bit sore about that.
Yeah, I
it
can
would be if
imagine.
you've been. It's like, but they got an award for something we've been doing for years. But you can buy one, put it in the trunk, and then when you've got, I think it's £75, Sawyer Models will post out free of charge the bundle. So that's one way of bagging and tagging it. Yeah, RG Models 86, Hornby 00 is practically indestructible. Yeah, so simple, so reliable. They just keep on chugging. Aaronville, hello to you. So we've got more latecomers coming in.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Andy Fry's Junction confirmed. Yes, £75, then free postage. So that should be an option on the website. He's also got his own NCB wagon as well, which looks rather fetching in the red with black strapping. DJK 666. It doesn't actually come in an actual trunk. Aaronville
I mean,
says,
the
sorry
elephant
I
would
was
be
late, glad
unhappy.
I'm here. Don't worry about it, don't worry. And don't forget, everybody, do tickle that like button. Consider sharing to social media like the Book of Face. And if you haven't already done so, then do subscribe to the channel. Michael Goodwin 6565 says, Ivor, that was the Sludge Island pilot, wasn't it? Apparently that was the nickname for Slade Green. It was somewhere down south. Organ Grinder 63 says, Jenny, as one of the testers for HM7000, can you feedback that the Class 25 horns on F2 are great, but the ones on F3 are a bit and sound like they're recorded in a different postcode? I think it has already been fed back, but I'm sure, I know that they do watch, so it will be fed back. RG Models 86 says, I already have my Monday Club 009 wagon. Thank you so much for supporting that. But we were talking about what do we think that Bachmann will be bringing out. Now, I think that NG7 as well, not a scale that I actually model in, but I know a lot of people who bought in back when it came out. It was really quite popular. And then there was just nothing more. Where's the follow-up? And I think, we're long overdue for something from NG7. And I feel that in NG7, that probably with the present financial climate, smaller locomotives are what will go down really well. That's why the Quarry Hunslet went down incredibly well in NG7. And I think the mainline Hunslets are probably up there as being models to appear in NG7, particularly in their original 040 variant. But then, also the two other versions, as an 040 Intender and a 240 Intender. I think that those are things that I would expect to see. And maybe another run, almost certainly another run of the slate wagons as well. In terms of 009, I think existing tooling, we do need another run of the Baldwins. They're long overdue, but we also need some double fairlies as well. Now, the original James Spooner was never done. That locomotive sadly scrapped in the 1930s. Although I believe that there were a few bits and pieces of it still surviving in the early years of preservation. But ostensibly withdrawn and condemned in the late 20s, early 30s, something like that. But they've just built a replica. So James Spooner 2 is another locomotive that they could do. And I think as well other livery versions of some of the ones they've done already. I think the only one that they've put out two different versions of really is Merthin Imeris. And we could do with some of the other double fairlies coming out and some other liveries. Now, they got reds, they got greens. I don't know if they got that fetching midnight blue or black. Somebody did say to me they thought that some of them had run in black, so that may be a good option as well. Yeah, Alan Pollock says it would be great if they did 009 items. Definitely. I think also an easy win would be another run of the D-Class Opens, but to add to the range, what would they do as a new tooled item? And I feel that the Hunslet War Department Light Railway 460 is definitely a locomotive that there's a lot of mileage on. Now, more of those ran in the UK after the First World War than the Baldwins did, so you could argue that they were much more numerous. The Baldwin was helped by being the motive power for the Ashover Light Railway, I think, more than anything else, which meant that they got widely photographed. Number 590 at the Welsh Highland Railway as well. It means they appear in a lot of photographs. But the Hunslets, they ran in numbers, places like the Lochaber Tramway up in Scotland and so forth. So there's mileage in that. The Baldwin 262, I think as well, some really great liveries on that. Now, I know that Mini Trains did a version, but quite frankly, it's not a great model. When I've actually got hold of one, and it's a massive disappointment, I must say. It looks all right from a distance, but mechanically, the Mini Trains one really can't even hold a torch to anything that Bachmann or even Rapido's done.
I'm going to say that I'm hoping Bachmann will take us from left field by, instead of focusing on not a load of really high ticket value items, a nice run of rolling stock for things that people have been crying out for new liveries of, and also a re-range of buildings.
Yeah, and I always feel that sometimes the big ticket new tooled items take all the limelight, but really I think a lot of people want to see reruns of previous models. Not too soon after first release. We've seen particularly Hornby have fallen foul of this in the past, with things like the B17s, the D16s, the B12s, where they brought out follow-on runs too quickly. But I think, when you look at the Bachmann stable, we are long overdue for an improved A4. I don't actually mind the Bachmann A4. I think it's pretty good, but having the decoder socket moved to the tender, pickups on the tender, I think would massively improve that. A few people have said Class 40. Now, I think the Class 40 is long overdue for an upgrade. I don't mind the existing Class 40. I think it's a good model, but I think that we're going to see it upgraded so that there's a sound-fitted deluxe version with working roof fans and the little flappy couplings. There seems to be a drive to go flappy couplings on everything. We've seen the 08 retooled. I think the main story behind that is more a case of the original tooling, which was still a very good model, was getting considered worn out. So if you're going to retool it, you might as well pimp your ride a bit, which is exactly what they did. But the 03 is another one that could do with a little bit of a warm over. It need lights and also the ability to fit a stay alive. I think is very important for a small shunting locomotive. They'd already had a midlife upgrade of the chassis of the 03, going from 6-pin to next 18 and providing space for the speaker. And I think that would be ripe to go one step further, have working lights. Hellion have already shown that you can do that both with the Class 07 and the 02. So I think that must be on the cards. I would like to see something like a Conflat L maybe, so that they could do a match wagon to go with them. One of the things that the 03s often ran with was a match wagon. A lot of these were formed from redundant Conflat Ls or low-fit wagons. And I think that you could then add extra pickups onto a wagon like that and have some kind of plug that would allow the locomotive to control maybe flappy coupling on the end of the wagon. You could even have it whereby there would be a fly lead that plugs into the socket on the underside of the locomotive. We saw that on the 25, that they got plug-in sockets, so that you could move the flappy coupling from the 03 onto your match wagon, and there would be a means to just plug it in on the match wagon and put a fly lead through. Plus maybe have a solid coupling bar that would provide power pickups through. You know, you could actually have something pretty impressive. Fat Wallet Boy 2 suggests a rerun of the VEA box fan, especially in Rail Freight Red and Grey. Now, I know that the Rail Freight Red and Grey versions did stick around a little bit, particularly the one with the red roof looked a bit weird. Malco Blue says, I want an 03 in O gauge. Now, they did produce one through Bachmann Brassworks in O gauge. Very expensive, lovely model, but I'm not sure if we'll see a repeat of those. Gavin Unit says, I am shocked how much Bachmann stuff don't have basic features like lights or bearings for the wheels. I think they will get upgraded as time goes on.
Have bearings for the wheels become a basic feature?
The Rapido wagons certainly all have them now as standard.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's moving that way. Ellis Clark
That's actually
Trains,
a really good idea.
Yeah, Ellis Clark Trains, I think, were the first to bring it.
Excuse me.
Ben Davis says, hi Jennifer, sorry being late.
Hey, Monday Clubber is never late, Toto Wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says some NSC livery Mark II coaches would be nice too. Yes, and we're overdue some more Mark I's in that livery as well. Where's Ben Davis's comment? It says Drummond wants a Drummond T14. Big Bertha. I think we're going to see a Big Bertha.
Bertha, lovely. Sorry, you mentioned it. I have to sing the song.
Yeah.
I'm from the 80s. It's a requirement.
BR Conflat P wagon. Yeah, Conflat P. Some of the Conflat wagons, the shorter Conflat wagons, would definitely be a great idea. Highland Railway 6-wheel brake van with higher roof, a bit more niche. GWR 3901. Bachmann new 54-foot coaches in Furness Railway, dark purple and white as the Queen Mary comes into dock. Now, on the subject of the Furness Railway, now, without a locomotive, I think that they may be a big ask. However, Furness Railway number 20 is definitely out there, and if they did the tooling to be able to represent number 20 as the tender variant, but also be able to do the saddle tank conversions, there is another preserved one out there in the saddle tank form, then there are a number of members of the class that could be portrayed through the ages, and I think that could be quite a good tooling suite. Richard Grutus asks, how's Binface tonight? He's there, he's holding court with Iron Horse and YouTuber's Corner. Summer Breeze Monorail says, Andy, payday tomorrow and probably gone tomorrow. Yeah, easy come, easy go. Yaharic says, I used to retrofit all of my wagons and carriages with bearings. Yeah, it does make them very free rolling, definitely.
The pollen count is sky high today.
I must admit, I'm snotting up as well. Sarah Davis 74 says, where you are. She says that's her nose, but it sounds an awful lot like a squeaky fart.
You're a squeaky fart.
Yeah, where you are now is extra Zoe decorations on it. Oh, no. Right, DJ K666 says, I hope you're not taking a look at the content. Oh, no, stop it.
I read that as comments. Like, what's wrong? What's in the comments? What's going on?
Oh, behave yourself. Come on, people. Mark Wilson. Hello, Mark Wilson says, just had a Hong Kong Phooey moment. I think Zoe may be the voice of Gandalf.
No.
We've got a picture. We've got a photo to prove that Zoe and Gandalf are two separate people.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Gandalf?
It is. I have met Zoe, and she was eating many pies.
No, you weren't. You were eating wine gums. Oh, was it a wine gum pie made of other wine gums?
Now you mention it, it may have been.
DJ K666, I was watching a video about the deadliest fart in history that killed 10,000 people. How did this fart kill 10,000? I don't want to know.
I don't believe this is the thing. I think this is him asking us to look things up because it'll shock us. Just like there was a thing going around the other day. Look up on Google, 1992 space movie. Like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Hold on. Richard Gruters has got the honorary dad joke. I phoned the doctor as I keep hearing a buzzing noise. He said not to worry, it's just a bug going around.
A fart caused a riot. Now that I can understand, yes?
Andy Fryer's Junction says that link will take you to pre-owned KR Models items. Yes, there's a lot of KR Model stuff kind of coming back on the market. I know that Rails have got a big sale on. Trains for You, I think, have got some stuff on for sale. And Andy Fryer's Junction at Sawyer Models has a few bits and pieces as well.
Yes.
I think there's a few people just got bored and traded stuff in.
It's one of those things. Unfortunately, it happens.
Yeah, so yeah, just check them out on that link. In terms of KR Models tooling, I think it's almost certain that these will turn up somewhere. So, you know, watch this space. I don't think Bachmann are going to announce a big Bertha.
I don't
the chances of them having worked on that, because they didn't exactly know that KR Models was going to fold like a cheap origami shows you how booklet. They didn't know about that. So I think if somebody's gone, oh, well, we'll do one now that they've folded, they'd have to know that the KR Models tooling was very far advanced and is out there somewhere so anybody could buy that. But also, they'd only be starting, a couple of months ago? So
it's going to be a while.
Bachmann tend to be several years before they announce something.
Yeah. They used to say stuff and then wait years while they were actually making it, but they don't do that anymore. Yeah.
The bag's in.
The old Bagsy stuff, but it doesn't happen anymore because, well, there's too many competitors these days that can rush it.
Yeah. Richard Gruter says, I folded my origami.
I'm sorry, I'm trying my best.
Yeah, I folded my origami business as it was too much paperwork. Could you top that? If you can top off my coat, because I thought
what else is
tickle
in the
in the
news?
back of my thing. Now, Rapido never wants to rest on their
What have they
laurels.
got this time?
So they've announced a whole series of brake fans suitable for a number of different companies. I'm wanting to say London and North Western Railway, but it was a design that was also built in numbers for other railways, so we're going to see a lot of different liveries of that. So another one that we're really looking forward to, and they've shared some of the samples, early EP samples, of their horse-drawn carriage-carrying trucks, and they look really good, and also the horse boxes as well. Going to the Dog says the Class 69 is pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
69 dudes! Yeah, the Bill and Ted's. I do hope that has actually landed as the... Oh! Why don't you get it in the bag?
Oh, shut up, Jen.
Oh.
Rapido, I'm told, have a brake van addiction, but I'm sure they can stop any time.
So Richard Grutus is here all night. And whilst you're here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's a really great way of keeping informed about the Monday Club goodness. And what are you laughing at?
What has 4 legs and 1 arm? A happy pit bull.
What?
4 legs and 1 arm. A happy pit bull.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good joke. Jen doesn't think it's funny, but it is funny.
Get it?
The pitbull's got the arm in its mouth.
All right. Michael Goodwin 565 says, I think of those controllable couplings as a gimmick. I must admit, yeah, I've got a class 31, a class 08, and a class 25.
It's not my thing, I have to admit.
It's not my thing. I used them once or twice, and then again, I'm always reminded of the fact that I don't do shunting.
Yeah. But
So
for people that
the-
do, maybe they've got a different view of it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know anybody who has actually bought and used extensively the flappy couplings. How do you find them for regular shunting? J. Paul Anderson says, looking forward to the Bachmann Northeastern Railway snowplows. Yeah, these are an exclusive with, I think, Rails of Sheffield and Locomotion Models. Yeah, I think those are definitely on my radar, not least because we actually own the original John Wigston watercolour of Eden Valley Standard featuring one of those snowplows. So
Yes.
I feel obliged to actually get that snowplow. There are many prints of that painting out there, but we own the original. Smoke
Just
mode
because
engaged.
it's not smoke. 'Cause I remember the conversation. We were there looking at his artwork because you wanted something, and just you casually said, "I don't suppose you've got the original of that print over there."
No, I said
that is the original.
I said, I bet the original if that's long gone, and he said no. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
Right. Francis Waddy DMS 1515 says, anyway, good night. Hopefully be
Take
back
care,
next
Francis.
Monday when I'm around. You take care. It's been
Have a great night.
having your
Thanks for coming
company.
along, man.
And we'll perhaps catch you later. Right. Going to the dog says, how about EFE Rails, GPC crane in new liveries, or even an OO gauge tamper? Well, they had the Lilliput tamper, but painted in BR colours. So technically it's HO, and they did a motorised and an unmotorised version. I quite liked it. I must admit, that was quite an early Bachmann release back in the early 2000s. And I thought it held up pretty well. For me, though, the motorised version, because of how the motor was in there, was a little bit, obvious. So I like the unpowered version. But these days, they could probably do a much better job. Steam Adventures D9S says, in your opinion, what's the best model railway company and why?
Now that's fighting talk.
That is. I think there's no good answer to this because whoever I say, the others will be. They won't. They're too classy to say anything in public. But in private, they'll be like, "What's wrong with us? What do? We didn't do. Like after all those review samples we loaned to her, and that's the best she can do." No, but I think that the answer to that depends a lot on what scales you actively model in. So I think, for example, for N-gauge modelers, then Hornby's not really going to be on your radar because they, apart from the odd dabble via Arnold, they've not really done N-gauge or a little end.
And also, it depends on era, because if you're a diesel fan, Rapido's not going to be in your wheelhouse. They're
That's a
very
good
much
point.
steam.
That is a very good point indeed.
So it really depends on the scale and the era that you're modelling.
Sarah Davis 74, the best model train company. That would be an ecumenical matter. Simon Trains Model Railway. We did have Bachmann versus Hornby at Key Model World on the Sky Electrics.
Yes,
Racing for pinks.
that was a fun event.
Yeah.
My only issue with doing that again, which is why I had to pull out from that one that we were going to, the Modelling Madness, was the kids that weren't properly supervised.
Martin Shipman 3260 says, just back. What have I missed?
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Big hello as well to 57305 Northern Princess. Just seeing your comment in there. Said hated every bit of the journey back, the heat and the lack of space for my height. Oh yeah, that's Travelling on trains, or especially rail replacement buses. Now,
Oh.
if I wanted to go by bus, I'd have paid a fraction of the price and bought a megabus ticket.
Here's a fun thing for you.
Yes, Sheldon?
I was on the bus the other day going to Sawyer Models over in Lee.
Oh, yeah, you were very impressed.
I was very impressed by the new buses that we've got in the Manchester area. Not only are they properly on time, they're relatively cheap, and if you get one of the double deckers, there are tables on the upper deck.
Cool.
If I'd bought an Airfix kit, I could have had it built by the time I got home.
Good night to you, Darryl Lewis, said M8DZ. You take great care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Caledonian Railway 1233 says Rapido for me. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people would say Rapido are really putting out some great stuff.
They are,
They're certainly
yes.
very prolific at the moment. They've become a major player in the market. And it seems like there's not a week goes by without a new release. And the Cupboard Monkey will tell you all about that.
Yeah.
But you
It's
know,
given me a lot of work, shall we say.
and they've, of course, just entered their dabbling in the TT120 market. They
Yes.
also do N-Gauge, 00, and 009. So definitely on my radar. I think at the moment, my big interest is 009. I think, you know, when you build a layout, that becomes your primary interest. So when I rebuilt Weir Yard, I was back into the 00 in a big way, and then I've just built PG Semberoto, and it's kind of put 009 back in my wheelhouse. But that's probably me. Oi, Teddy, go on, bog off.
There was the...
Vicky Lawless says we live in rural Norfolk. What's a bus?
A bus is a giant car that has a certain route.
Yeah, it's a carpool
Yes.
with lots of people you don't know and you can smell.
Yeah. I have to admit, I was calling, when I was a counsellor, I was calling for integrated bus services because we're getting so many complaints that you couldn't use your ticket on arrival service, but they didn't tell you that on the bus. So anyone that was not from the area didn't know. And then all of a sudden we got this B network and it just works properly.
Which is a bit like what we had back in the Cellneck days with Greater Manchester Public Transport Executive.
GMPTE, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was the deregulation in some respects did good things, but in other respects didn't.
Yeah.
And a bit like the privatisation of the railways. It
don't get me started on
fragmented
that.
everything.
Who thought that was a good idea? No one in charge. That's
No.
the answer.
I tell
No
you who
one who
thought
was
that
in
was a
charge.
good idea, the people who were selling it off cheap to their mates.
Yes.
Anyway, right. Harp House Holt says, if it wasn't for Hornby Triang, there wouldn't be any UK model trains today, or would they all be continental? Well,
I think that's not entirely true.
no. What happened was Triang bought Hornby 00, became Triang Hornby, and then Hornby. But a lot of the Hornby 00 tooling passed to a company called G&R Wren. So there's an argument to say that G&R Wren might have picked up that tooling anyway and persisted. But then we had the likes of Palitoy came into the UK market in, I think it was the 70s. So from the 1970s, we had alternatives on the market. So I don't, somebody else would probably have bought it. But it's and also there was Lima. Lima were producing UK outlet and stuff.
It would have been a very different situation to what we've got now, but we would
No,
still have
Stantec,
had
Wren
them.
and Lima are two completely different companies.
Huh.
Simon Trains on the Railway. Dovetail Games have announced that Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sorda will be on their Dovetail Direct. No idea what is in the plan, but looks like possible DLC.
Simon Trends, you have just made my day. Thank you so much.
Oh. J. Paul Anderson. He's just jumped. Where's it gone? Oh, I've just seen Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent. Great to see you. Hope you are well. Where's that car? J. Paul Anderson. Jenny, didn't you do a video long ago where you went to visit Zoe in Bolton Town Hall? Yes. Yes, we did. When you worked at
Yeah.
Bolton Town Hall as a local councillor, improving the local area, yeah, we used to go there a lot.
I tried my best, but that's all you can do.
Apparently, Simon Trains Mother Road says Dovetail directs us on the 25th of August. So a bit of time. Wait to go. Ah, yes, DJ K666. Airfix, of course. Airfix model trains. They made some excellent models.
You've still got some because we've got
Yeah,
I
the
found that
Prairie
Airfix
Tank.
one. Yeah.
The 6100 class Prairie Tank. Was
It
actually...
screeched when it went round the first time. Remember
Well,
that?
it needed a bit of
It
a
needed
service.
some oiling, yeah.
But really quite, when you consider the garbage that Triang had been making, that was definitely a big kick up the bottom for the British model railway scene.
It's very
Gavin Unit says some Lima N-gauge models were reboxed as Wren when Lima were trying to enter the British N-gauge market.
That's
I suspect they did
Ah.
a deal to kind of trade on the name. But,
That's why people are thinking Lima and
Yeah.
Wren are the same thing.
Flymo Chairman wants us to get your Monday Club badges while stock lasts. We are. Do we actually have any of the maroon ones left, or are they now
I think
gone?
there's like 5.
So
I'll be taking them off the website after tonight.
So tonight is the last night that you'll be able to buy a Maroon Monday Club badge, because they're now so low that we're going to take them off the website, and they will become a kind of, if you find us at a show, we might have one left sort
Yeah.
of thing. A bit like how the ochre ones and the green ones were for a while. The new purple ones still available, and there's a
think-
reasonable amount.
I think we're down to around half of them left.
I think we're
At most.
No, we were down to half a while ago. I mean,
Okay.
it's slowed down a lot. I mean,
Well,
I
of
don't
course it
blame
does.
people, because once you have a Monday Club badge, it's good to go with the discounts
Yeah.
for a very forever, essentially, until the retailer decides they don't want to be part of the scheme. So there's and they make really good headboards in O-gauge as
They
well.
do.
I just putting that out there. But I do need to actually sort out perhaps ordering the next colour at some point.
I also need to finish off the. Shall we announce?
Oh, hold on. Yaharic says, I've ended up with 4 009 Monday Club wagons. Nice. Thank you so much for your
approve.
support.
But shall we announce that we are working on other badge designs?
Yes, we are. We have been for some time, but Zoe has been so busy they haven't progressed as fast as they should do.
Jenny's been nice tonight and diplomatic. The other night you said, "Oh, you just need to you just need to manage your time better." So it's
She
not
does.
about managing time;
Yeah.
it's about workload.
Yeah. Oh, James Pets, we do approve of your arrival. I'm sure that Gandalf approves as well.
A Monday clubber is never late, James Pets, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Yeah, I'm assuming you've been working late with your in your Judge Dredd outfit, going, I am the law.
I don't think he's Judge Dredd.
Actually, if you did do Comic-Con, you could cosplay as Judge Dredd. Because nobody would suspect it was you. Because obviously Judge Dredd would not have an impeccable suit and cravat on, would he?
Why not? Maybe he's undercover.
We still have the helmet on. So there we go. But yeah,
Richard Grutus says, "What retailers give discount out of interest?" Do you
there is a
approach
list
many?
on the website, and there should be more on there, but we've become very poor at updating.
I try to update it. I can update it any time and any place. The problem is
RGB models in Trafford Park is one that should be on there.
Okay,
as
send
well.
me the details and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Richard Gruter says, I heard they never wash their wigs as a sign of experience. I'm not sure that that's actually true.
I don't want to know.
DJ K666 is Judge Dredd, the dreaded judge. Firm but fair, firm but fair. Well, it's better
I
than
wanna see-
hanging Judge Smith.
I want to see a Jamaican version, Judge Dreadlock. You're not even laughing. I thought it was hilarious.
Yes, you did think it was hilarious. You were right there.
Yes.
Right, let's have a change of the angle of the dangle for the brew that is true. So, thank you, Flymer Chairman 1, for sharing that. And we put a great video out. We were there at the opening with Pete Waterman. Had a good time. A great turnout. Well worth going and having a visit.
Loved the shop. I wish the guy the best because that was a very welcoming looking shop.
Absolutely. So, no, but getting back to what we think is going to be in the announcements. I think there will probably be reruns of existing tooling. To that end, I think that certainly in 009, double Fairley, Baldwin's, D-Class Bogey Opens, and even the... actually, the thing about the slate wagons is that there are still some out there, and I think that may colour any decision. But I think the Bogey, D-Class and the Baldwins, there's definitely a market for another... a run of those. The double Fairleys as well, and that would give a bit of a boost to sales of the tin cars that they did, the Festiniog coaches. I think they would then sell really, really well. In terms of 00, I think quite high up, Class 03 with the flappy couplings and lights. We haven't seen a Class 03 release for quite some time. I would like to see another run of the 08s, but that might be a bit later. Although they're completely sold out everywhere. Gronks are becoming an endangered species. You can only really pick stuff up second-hand. And the newest releases, they're just not out there. They sold so well.
Are you saying we still have a national Gronk shortage?
Yes, we do.
My goodness.
In terms of other models, outside the box, I'd love to see a Class 06 shunter. I have heard rumours that somebody is working on it, but nobody seems to know who it is, just that it's not them. It's like, well, that sounds like it's in Bachmann's wheelhouse. Oh, that sounds like it's in Hellian's wheelhouse. And oh, that sounds like it's in our... Oh, no, not in our wheelhouse. So a Class 06 shunter, maybe. Richard Gruter says, I blame you for the Gronk shortage. I've only got about 45 or so. Judge Jules is lethal on the deck, says Sarah Davis, 74.
Flammer Chairman 1 has almost got the Dark Judges from Judge Dredd. He says, Death, Mortis, Pestilence and Fire. It's not quite. Judge Death, Judge Mortis, who is a bony guy, Judge Fear and Judge Fire.
Okay.
There isn't a Pestilence.
Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, what about Linton and Barnstable models in 009 might help with supporting the preserved railway there? I think the issue with that is that Hellion went all in on that and produced models which looked amazing but ran like a bag of spanners in a cement mixer. So the problem is that there's a lot of these out there, and in the recent Hellion fire sale, there's quite a few more come on the market, and that would tend to make a lot of companies shy away a little bit, at least for the present time.
Yeah, I can understand that. If there's a lot out there and people have just had their fill, bringing more out is not going to make good business sense, unfortunately.
Yeah. In terms of wagons, I'm not sure about reruns. Oh, thank you so much, Silver Moose 2812, very kindly given £5 on the super chat for the Bicky Fund. Thank you so much for your amazing generosity that helps keep biscuits on Gandalf's table. And Gandalf...
Did someone mention biscuits?
Yeah, yes, we did. Yes, we did, because Silver Moose 2812 has given you enough money for 2 packs of biscuits from the corner shop.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much. Hopefully the 00 gauge 25-ton anhydrite hopper wagon suggests Sean Rail animations. Actually, the anhydrite hopper wagon was one that I was thinking about. So good minds think alike.
I have a question. Are there any reasonably common wagon types that haven't been made in a very long time?
Now the thing is that a lot of wagon types were run-of-the-mill, but lots of them. So it's one of the things that Rapido are currently hoovering their way through. with a lot of these pre-grouping wagon designs that lasted into BR time, and quite a few of them ended up getting preserved. Things like we've just seen the Great Eastern Railway 5 and 7 planks, and they have been most welcome. So in terms of that kind of thing, there's a lot out there that people could do. But, you know, once you've got a few different open wagons, I think the risk is, you know, are we just flooding the market?
Yeah.
So in terms of wagons that have quite a unique look to them, I think Conflat L, that was the Condor container wagons. We've had them in N-gauge from Rapido, which I think is one of the reasons maybe why people have held off, assuming that Rapido were going to do them in 00, but it never happened. So I think Conflat, did I say L or P? Was it Conflat?
You said L.
I think it's Conflat P. Is on the table. I think we could see that, certainly for earlier Freightliner trains, that would be quite a big deal. The HJV iron ore hoppers is definitely another one which is sadly lacking. Thank you so much, Simon Pitcher, says Jen. Sent something for the ice cream fund via PayPal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're so generous. You didn't have to. Thank you
really
so
don't.
much. So,
That's one thing that we do appreciate it. It really is a...
Thank you so much. Oh, it's been very generous.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
We
man.
get a lot of ice cream for that. Thank you so much.
I always say this, that we do appreciate it and we thank you greatly. But anyone who's feeling like a little down because they don't or they can't, we will never ask you for money. We're here for the community.
Absolutely. We don't do the grifting.
Yeah, we're not interested in making a fortune because we've got jobs.
We do this because we love the hobby. But but thank you so much.
But we do appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
absolutely.
Thank you.
And you know, usually, a really good way, if you want to support the channel and get something for that, then actually buying a Monday Club wagon or a Monday Club badge is also a great way of supporting the channel and getting great products. We've also got the range of t-shirts, hoodies, mugs and such like as well.
And if you don't want any of that or you can't, that's fine too. Remember that a like and a comment and sharing the videos massively helps. And that of course is free.
Yeah, Ben Davis says, really hope to get a BR Conflat P wagon in 00 scale. Not BR fan, but like the look of something different. Yeah, the Conflat P and the Conflat L as well. And the reason for the Conflat L, I think that would go really well with an updated Class 03 is the match wagons. I think the anhydrite hopper wagon, that's definitely up there.
Yep.
But the HJV iron ore hoppers, I would actually put them possibly as being in Rapido's wheelhouse. Zantek asks, when did they stop using Conflats?
That's an interesting question.
The Conflats definitely lasted long enough to get Topps letter codes, because I've seen plenty of photographs of the Conflat A, which Bachmann have done multiple releases of and never released them with the FAV Topps letter code, even though there's plenty of photographs showing that they lasted, and that would be sort of like post 1972 in use. A lot of these wagons then went on into other uses, so not carrying the sort of the BD type containers and the BA containers. But they had things like there were experimental cement hopper containers that could be lifted on and off. So actually, there's a lot of different loads for Conflats that they could also put out. The cement powder experimental ones, I don't think there were that many of those, but they certainly look very different. Ooh. When is the announcement? Says Sarah Davison. It's on Wednesday
morning, I think.
And they usually put it out on their YouTube channel, so that'll be the place to look. Richard Gruter says, I have tight funds too at present, but I will continue to provide my crap jokes for free.
And very much appreciated
They do,
are.
yeah, they do very much.
They brighten the
up
day.
our Monday, so we do massively appreciate. Stephen Maxwell, 1453 says British Rail withdrew traditional container carrying conflats wagons from regular commercial service during the 1970s. That fits in with conflat A's just starting to get FAV branding. And Amber Occupy Railway says, hi Jenny, maybe a standard 2MT tank or 3MT Mogul, the two remaining BR standards that have never been produced, but maybe the 2MT tank will be Hornby since they have the standard 2MT Mogul tooling. Now the thing is, if Hornby haven't made the tooling with that in mind, it's very difficult to retro add another version to the tooling if it hasn't been designed with that thought in mind. And I think the length of time since the 2MT Mogul was released suggests that maybe they haven't. It's a comparatively recent thing that companies have started tooling up for similar classes all in one hit. So we saw with the Curascale, the J67, 68 and 69, most welcome. And we saw with Rapido the 4400 class, and we were told at the time that it also allowed the 4500, and I think it was it the 4600 or the 40 something else 100 class as well. So I do approve of that kind of tooling. How about a GWR Poland wagon? Asks David Scott 6468. Not familiar with that type, it must be said. But we're also starting to see some of the older tooling that's actually over 25 years old. It kind of shocked me. It's good tooling. Certainly in its day it was very good. But the GWR Mogo wagon, that's another thing that's in the announcements, that Rapido have announced an all-new tooled Mogo wagon. And I'm really interested to see that when it comes out. Now, I think Bachmann have quite often not exploited tooling to the max.
To the max!
To the max. So the only Mogo wagon that I've actually seen suitable for into the sort of 70s, 80s period is the one that they did as a special for Model Rail magazine in Satlink red and yellow. And I just feel that tooling could have been more exploited. The Conflat A as well. We've never seen a release of that with the TOPS code FAV suitable for the early 1970s, and on after the BD containers were withdrawn and they went on into other uses. We have seen shunters match wagons based on the Conflat A. I'm looking at all four that have been released, and every single one of those was a special. First one from Pennine Models, and the next three all from TMC, the Model Centre. David Scott says the Pollen wagon was an articulated wagon for boilers, guns and girders. Well, I never. Possibly, yes. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, I'd like a new tool Bachmann N-Gauge Gov or a CCT. Yeah, and let's not forget the Graham Farish range. I'm not normally finger on the pulse with what's going on the Graham Farish N-Gauge scene. James Pett says, pollen wagons sound sneezy.
Yeah, they'll give you the sneezels, that's for certain.
They do. They do. So, we're at that time. Actually, not quite yet.
Not quite at the time.
RG Models 86 says the order deadline for the Rapido GWR 4500 class was today. I got my pre-order in this afternoon. Now, for me, the 4400 was a must-have item, and they've announced as well a rerun of that, and that's going to include the onboard Stay Alive. And when I did the review of the 4400 class, it runs really quite well once you've fitted a Stay Alive. Quite easy to fit a Stay Alive. I put in one of the AE model's tentacles, and it's a faultless performer with that. So I think that Rapido, great move, moving towards that onboard Stay Alive system in there. So really, really looking forward to that. it's announced as still keeping the Next 18 interface, which is good. But the 4500 class, now I've got quite a few of the older Bachmann models, and I always found that the Bachmann model, albeit that it's a very limited tooling suite, they can only do the preserved versions, which are they the Churchwood ones, but they can't do the Collet ones. But Rapido have tooled up, I believe, for the Collet and the Churchwood ones. So we're going to have a much more extensive tooling suite, so it's not just going head to head. I think it's doing what really, I understand when it came out, that's not how tooling suites were done. But it's probably about time that we saw the different version of the 4500s coming out. Right.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm just scanning through the comments. Harp House Holt says today is also the last pre-order day for Oxford Rail's Sheldon cranes, according to TMC.
Wow.
They look amazing. Do have a look at the Iron Horse Railways video. We showed a bit of that last week, and they're just incredible. I think they're going to get
so good.
Model of the Year when they come out. Well, certainly Rolling Stock Item of the Year.
We've had so many recently where you said that it's going to be quite a difficult decision for you at the end of the year.
Yeah, when we do our Jenny Kirk Choice Awards, at the moment, I'm quite happy to say that I think it's for 00 gauge Locomotive of the Year. The ones for manufacturers to beat, we've got a two-way tie on that with the Daypole 517 class and the Rapido S160. So a two-way tie. In terms of 009 Locomotive of the Year, that is definitely the Sirdar class. Head and shoulders, no questions asked, unless Bachmann come out with something that blows us away, that arrives before the cut-off point. And I think, people always talk about the NGG 16 Garretts. That could be the one, but don't expect it to be a cheap model. We're looking at £500 to £600 if that comes out. I would like to see the NG15 Mikados. I think they might go down well. But again, we're looking at a very expensive model, which that could colour Bachmann's thinking on this. I think the N2, I'm not going to say I'll eat my hat, because there's a former leader of the Liberal Democrats who fell foul of that and had to eat a marzipan hat, which they very hurriedly made for him after he made that wager and lost. So I'm not going to say I'll eat my hat if, but the N2 is right up there on the predictions. But in terms of Model of the Year, other gauge, I'm not sure what other gauge stuff we've actually really reviewed. That's a toughie. I think 00 gauge rolling stock, at the moment the field is wide open, but I could well see that the Ellis Clark Trains Govs very easily taking that category based on the Press Twin silos last year being an incredible model. But also, let's not take anything away from the Oxford Rail crane. That looks like that could definitely be a contender as well. Right, we are... Oh, good night to you, DJK 666. It's been absolutely amazing having your company, and we'll see you next year.
Next year, eh?
Next week. Sorry, I had Model of the Year on my mind. RG Models 86 is predicting Model of the Year is getting harder every year now.
Isn't it?
Because, we are living in a golden age of models. Let's not pretend otherwise. It is truly a golden age for the models that we're getting. And I'd love to break the news of the things that I know about with you. I think you guys would get very excited, but I can't do that. But there is more to come.
Is this the announcement that you've invented the self-removing trouser?
Damn it! I was planning on keeping that as a big reveal. Oh, you can't have any secrets here, can you? So, anyway, Dean Fielding 5881 says, good evening to you both. Good evening to you.
Hey, Monday Clubber! It's never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. James Pett says, I'll pass on the self-removing trouser. Yeah, they always fly off at the most inopportune moments. Like you're on the bus on your way to work and go, oh no, my trousers have gone walkabout. Gromit, it's the wrong trousers. Oh dear. Right, so who have we got up first? I can see we've got a video from Richard Swiderski.
Always a pleasure. He says, hello Jenny and Zoe, hope you're all both well. A video for the Monday Clubbers, which came in May. Sorry that it's taken this long.
Hey, wait a minute, last week you said we'd run out.
Yeah, and then I found a load of them that were stuck in the spam folder for reasons.
Spam!
I don't know why my emails do this, but I don't get things and they go into spam.
Yeah, but the nice Nigerian general gets through to the inbox.
Oh, there's a company that emails me every day about coffee that I have not subscribed to, and they don't even sell coffee in this country.
Do you keep marking it as spam?
Every single day. And yet, actual Monday Clubbers go and get through.
Thank you so much, Railway Rob. Very kindly
thank you
donated
so much, man. Thank
£4.99 on the Super Duper Chat. Says, sorry I'm late. Been stuck watching crap on the TV with the missus.
Hey, Monday Clubber! It's never late, Total Wagons. Nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Actually, Breezer606's rolling stock of the year for me is the Rapido Genesis coaches. I'd completely forgotten about them. Yes! My word, that's going to be a difficult category to pick.
You're going to have to go through everything. And just...
Yeah, because I always look back date-wise what I've actually had on. Innovation of the year. I did have an innovation of the year. Can't remember what it was. I will check that. Scenery product of the year. There's been some great stuff. I would actually say at the moment, all scale scenics from Osrail model trains. Those with the sugar canes, the banana plants, the cattails. That has been the one to beat. Although War World Scenics, 2-part resin water. Used that on the PG Sembrotto build. I used it so many times before. Every time I use it, it's a joy to use. So, it doesn't stop products from reappearing in the list to some extent.
Okay. I don't know why it's chugging like that, because the CPU is only at 35%.
This could be a YouTube related thing. Looks real, says Richard Grutas and Awesome Bricks.
Here it comes.
I think it stopped
Here
chugging.
it comes.
I think it's just some kind of issue with YouTube.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, what? As soon as it gets close, it's like jugga, 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 jugga. Oh, present, future, past inspiration together.
Rail 2000. 200 even.
For all
Rail
we-
2000 would be amazing.
Yeah. Would it have a flashing light on the front?
That would be the horn every time it went through.
Oh yes, yes, Hornby, please.
We need it. Put it in the play trains range.
Oh yes. Funnily
Night
enough, actually,
Railer.
can I just say, on the subject of Knight Rider, the screen used flag trailer that was used in all 4 series of Knight Rider has miraculously not only survived, but has been completely refurbished with a replica of the set.
That
whilst
incredible.
the set was on a soundstage, they've actually built a replica of the set inside the semi-trailer, and it's going to its first convention later this year, somewhere in the US.
I wish we were able to go to America so we
Go
could
and
see
lick
it. But you can't right now.
Yeah, they don't like you.
They don't like people like us. They won't let us in.
Yeah. But I've been following that, and they've even. I mean, what's amazing is the fact that the trailer survived, but not just the trailer, but they also found the tractor unit to go with it that was used in Series 3 and Series 4.
Incredible.
Yeah. They've also got 2 of the screen-used Knight Rider cars as well.
Oh man. I just love the idea that you can actually go and see part of our history and our childhood.
Yeah. Hop House Holt says, Jenny, you need to upgrade your computer's buffer from 00 to O scale.
They need to be sprung buffers. That's the problem.
Yeah. RG Models 86 says Knight Rider was compulsory Saturday TV viewing as a kid for me.
Yeah.
Not just you. Me and my older sister as well. I'm sure she had a crush on the Hoff.
A lot of
Don't
girls in the
hassle
80s
the Hoff.
did. He was quite the sex
He
symbol
was,
back
yeah,
in the
he
80s.
was the dude. And
He was the man.
then in Baywatch as well. Oh yes, all of that.
I was never a fan of Baywatch, I have to admit.
That special slow speed running.
It just didn't do it for me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's have another angle of the dangle. Yeah, everybody loves Knight Rider. So, Knight Rider Historians, by the way, is the YouTube channel. Go and check it out. It's got the full... if you go track right back, you can watch the full restoration of the trailer, the truck. And even, it's one of the most magical videos, is when they actually found these things and tracked them down.
I can imagine. Oh.
Because the tractor unit was abandoned in a field. It hadn't been used for quite a few years. So, it was on borrowed time. And the trailer as well had gone through numerous owners. And the only reason it had survived was because it had been sold to a race team that had used it as their trailer for taking race cars to events.
Wow.
And otherwise, if it had gone into commercial service, it would have...
Which one is it?
Knight Rider Historians Official.
This one?
Yeah, you can't show it.
I'm not. I'm grabbing the URL.
Yeah, that's the one. So we're just going to share a link.
Everything's gone incredibly slow. It's now... Yeah, I think we're starting to overheat. We may not be doing any more videos.
That's a shame. Right, so I'm going to turn my fan around just to help out the computer under there.
Here's the link. There we go.
So we're just going to share that link with you. We're not involved, don't know the guy, but it's just another amazing content creator on YouTube that I follow. And he's criminally only got 127,000 subscribers. He really deserves a lot more for the work.
And yet Joe Schmuck, the idiot who does, it's only having a laugh, will have thousands and millions. Yeah.
Joe Schmuck.
I've just made him up. I'm not going to actually advertise.
I'm not aware of Joe Schmuck.
I'm not going to actually advertise one of those stupid channels.
Bob the Bellend.
Bob the Bellend, can you F off?
I'm trying to revive some Woodland Scenics realistic water. It got a bit hard, so I've had this turned upside down for the entirety of the show, and it's just now started to go bloop. I'll turn it back again. I'm going to put some, because it's acrylic based, I'm going to try and put some acrylic thinners in there actually and see if I can revive it. So next up, Stephen Harrison. He says, hi Jenny and Zoe. Hello.
Hello there.
This is my recently completed 009 narrow gauge layout. It's not pronounced clum, it's pronounced thumb. And translates as bleak in Welsh. Sorry, I just it's the double L is not a cl sound. It's a
It's
sound.
as if you're on the BBC, and therefore wrong.
Yeah, Joe Schmuck needs to be a channel, says James Pets. I'm sure the person behind Billy's Replacement Speakers YouTube channel will be on it. Joe Schmuck just having a lurk.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
night to you, Caroline Rogers. Great to see you.
Take care,
Hope you're
Caroline.
well.
Thank you for
I
coming
haven't
along.
finished reading the email.
I know, but I had to load it up while you were talking.
Okay.
And now it won't let me.
There, you
Right.
paused that
It's
now,
really slow tonight.
It depicts a short stretch of the line somewhere in Snowdonia. The layout is constructed within a box and is designed so that the scenery reduces in scale as it moves away from the viewer, giving the illusion of looking into a different world within the box. That I've seen that on some things done incredibly well. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Oh, this is SHGP Media.
Has several bookings for the next few years, including the Great Electric Train Show in October, which we're
Nice.
not at, and I wish I was.
Oh!
This is, to be honest with you, I'm going to say this right now, SHGP Media. If you do not win layout of the show at some of these shows you go to, then there's something wrong. This is second to none as far as I'm concerned. This looks amazing.
Oh, look at... I mean, this is... Dude!
That is incredible.
I am very impressed, and the sky has
Oh my
turned out
God,
well.
that is so good.
Sir, you have impressed me greatly. That is incredible. Look at that. Your rocks look amazing. I love the hill sheep, the tree, the sort of barrenness of it all.
Oh
And
my
wow,
God,
look at the deep resin pour. I am very impressed. I love deep resin pours. That is nice.
Absolutely. So, this is a work of art. I'm not just trying to blow smoke or anything. This is a work of art. You have done incredible work here.
That is incredible. My friend, this is incredible.
I am
what a Baldwin. Do love a Baldwin.
I am serious. If you don't win layout of the show, then there's something wrong, or there's an absolute miracle at one of these shows.
Yeah, but is it if making tracks is there, people? Oh, they were saying that actually last year. Underground Eric won.
He did.
I did congratulate him.
I thought that was a good layout as well.
Yeah. I like all the detritus in the water as well. Really, really nice. This is a great layout, and I'm guessing you've used like so you've got the double O gauge in the foreground, then TT 120, and then N gauge would be my guess, to give that illusion of depth. And it works really well. That is incredible.
It really is. I don't know if he's in the chat to see this, but if he does see it, yeah.
Yeah, I do like
seriously,
look
you've done
at that.
so well.
The greenery is perfect. It's not overdone, and it is so realistic. My friend, you have done well.
Yeah. If I had a hat on, I'd take it off.
Yeah. This is really nice. I could
watch this all day.
Yeah, I was just about to say I could just keep watching this and keep watching this. This is one to watch out for. If you're at the Great Electric Train Show, definitely look out for this. It makes me feel PG Sembrotto is just garbage compared to this.
You've done a great job.
I know, but like, looking at this and it's like, oh,
okay.
This is really good.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to say this again to everyone. Looking at what people have done, do not compare yourself now with what they're doing. Because it could be that you've just started or you've been going for a while, but they've been going for longer. That could be all it is.
Yeah.
You don't compare yourself and you start with someone's masterpiece.
From what I remember, he did this fairly quickly. It didn't take him a long time to do this build. And you know, when they do the YouTube layout builder of the year, you know,
you've got to
why aren't channels like this in the running?
He's got to be. This year he's got to be. It's as simple as that.
The sky looks amazing. You see, you've got like the sort of misted outline of mountains. That is very effective.
Exactly, Andy. You're absolutely right. Everyone has different modelling skills. Never be ashamed of your work. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
thank you so much for sending that in.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody is in contact with SHGP Media, drop them a message saying we absolutely adored that build. That is absolutely amazing. We've tickled the like button. And have we shared it in the chat?
I have.
I'll share it again.
Okay.
So, absolutely splendid.
That is not what I just sent.
What?
Interesting.
What did it send?
I don't know. That might be Richard Zborowski's. Hang on. There. That's the one.
Oh, so it just didn't copy it. So it would have just still had Knight Rider Historians in the buffer.
Maybe, yeah. You have big fat sausage fingers that makes life hard. Then use tweezers. My fingers don't work properly. I use tweezers when I'm modelling.
Tweezers are always good because like your fingers are naturally too big for a lot of the detail parts. Anyway, Bree Kennedy 75 says, "I love how kind Zoe and Zenny.
That's our alternate universe people.
Yeah, Zoe and Jenny are when they talk about comparing skill levels of modelers. No, you're absolutely well. And honestly, I love all the layouts that we see, but that really blew me away. The quality of that modelling. I look here and I'm like, oh, I need to rip everything up and try harder. No, in all seriousness, Steve has done an incredible job.
He really has.
And I think, you know, if we were at Getz and we were doing our top 5 layouts, I think that would be a tough one to beat. So it'd have to be something absolutely incredible to top that layout. And it just goes to show you don't need a big footprint of a layout. And you saw that, it was just a little bit of line with a bridge, tunnel to tunnel. No point work, nothing like that. And actually, it's just an incredible scene that you can watch the trains go round for a long, long time. Absolutely incredible.
Tweezers are great till they split the thing they're holding half because
Yeah,
we've all had
been
that.
there. Yeah, this carpet, the carpet gods up here have taken so many offerings from Flicky Tweezers. Right.
Oh, we've got something here from Krista Duke saying, here's a picture of a gronk for you where she was working.
Oh, gronkety gronk.
So
gronkety
let's have a
gronk.
look at a nice gronk. This is ooh.
Is this the class 10 or is this? No, Phoenix. Phoenix. I can't quite see the number. So 08.
081 811 8181. Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? The number of Saturday morning TV on the phone in is forever etched in your.
Of course it is. It was important information that you needed to know. Also, mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. I've never used that in my life, but I had to know it.
Right, can I just say, they say, oh, cramming for your vocabulary test on the bus doesn't work. You shouldn't do it. You should.
Yes, it does.
Can I just say, I passed a French vocabulary test back in 1992, 1993, by 1 point, and that 1 point was à pied, which is French for on foot.
Yep.
Which I crammed on the bus 10 minutes before we started the lesson and had the vocab
We've all
test.
done it.
And it's still there. It's still in there
Like
after all these years.
30 years. My
Yeah.
Latin vocab's
More
still
than
there.
30 years.
Amo, amas, amat, amara, amatis, amant.
Yeah.
I have never used Latin in all of my working life.
Yeah. So there we go.
But
Sorry, happy times.
yes, that was lovely. Thank you, Krista.
Absolutely. French. I got asked if I spoke French.
No.
Says Vicky Lawless. Actually, I always find it funny when I really confused Peter Wu on the DCC Concepts stand. See, I used to work for DCC Concepts, but he was the guy that was always on the phone, but he wasn't there because he was based in Australia, but liaised and did a lot of stuff with China. And he used to avoid having to speak at length with people, he would pretend he didn't know English. I can remember going up to, oh, hi, how are you doing? It's great to see you. And he just said in this sort of thick Chinese accent, I don't speak English. And I said, oh, don't worry, I don't speak English either. And just kept talking to him. And he was like, what?
What do I do now?
Yeah.
It didn't work. The magic
no,
word
no.
didn't work.
Shields down to 0. Oh, no, they've dismantled our defences. Works every time. But yes. So there we go. Is everything okay? Malcolm Phillips says, sorry for being late, just back from visiting my wife in hospital.
Oh my God.
I do hope that she's all right. I hope everything's okay.
Please send her our best, man. I hope that she's okay.
Yeah. Gandalf, tell him that it doesn't matter that he's late because family's more important.
A Monday clubber coming back from the hospital is never late. Family always comes first, and we wish her well.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, yeah, seriously.
Yeah, look,
family comes first, man. Never apologise for putting family first.
I hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
David Scott says, Zoe, you must have had the same Latin teacher as me. That's all I remember as well. Well, you too.
Caecilius est in vias circumspectat.
Oh yeah, the Cambridge Latin.
Cambridge Latin course is amazing.
Yeah, I did that as well. Caecilius in horto stat. Caecilius in horto circumspectat.
Yes. Romeo est in culina.
Yes. Metella and Clemens.
Metella et Clemens in Librio.
Yeah, something like that. I only did a year, and all
I did 2 years, because that's how we did it in my school. You did a couple of years,
Oh,
and
well-
then you got to choose whether you wanted to do that for GCSE or you wanted to drop it and go on for something else.
Oh, we just did a single year, and then we had a choice, and the choice was you could either continue with Latin, or you could do either Russian or German with the two other language options.
Russian for us was an extra. You would stay late after school on Fridays to do Russian, and I didn't because
Yeah, I
I
know.
lived 8 miles away from my school
Yeah.
in one bus an hour.
I must admit, I toyed with doing Russian because at the time, the ex-USSR was, the Berlin Wall had come down. The USSR was on the verge of breaking up, and it was very clear that at the time it was like this new frontier of economic growth.
Yeah,
And I can remember thinking Russian might be a really useful language. And then I took one look at the alphabet and thought there is no way I'm going to remember any of that. And I chose German.
I would have chosen Japanese or Chinese if they were available because I was
No.
interested. I always saw the different ways of writing as a challenge more than anything else. It's like, that'll be interesting, but they weren't. So Richard Swiderski says, yes, so what does it mean? Well, Caecilius est in via compactat. It means Caecilius is in the street looking around. I actually do speak Latin.
Caecilius in horto. Horto is garden.
Horta is garden, yes.
Yeah,
but I
that's
say
where we get
via.
the word horticultural from.
Yes.
Anyhow, meanwhile, back
Also,
at the ranch,
Grumio
trains.
est in culina. Grumio is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Culina is where we get culinary.
Yes, I know.
Although weirdly, we don't get cooking from it. That comes from a different
Oh,
way.
lovely jubbly. Right, anyway, meanwhile,
We've
back
got
at the...
something. Speaking of going back in time with Latin and
Mm-hmm.
all that, Latin looks all Greek to me. Speaking of going back in time, we have a message from Mark Wilson, who's been waxing the DeLorean. Snow Hill Station, the end of platform 8 and 9.
Oh,
So this already is like.
so
yeah,
the DeLorean has
Bloody
been
hell, that is
fired
good.
up. But it's the attention to detail.
it really is.
Everything about... I mean, the eye for detail is just
Those-
incredible.
The way he's done the floor,
And
so
that,
that it's
that
shiny.
that slight shine, like it's slightly moist.
Yeah,
But look at the support for the canopy. You see there that canopy support next to the sack trolley.
with bits that have been attached at some point and then removed. It's all
It
there.
just looks perfect.
It looks real.
And
it looks like a
and
photo.
the front end. I mean, and you look at that. There's no train in that. There is no train in shot, but that is full of ambience and energy. That
It's
is
life. It's a proper still life.
Imagine that in like a black and white picture. You could imagine that being in like a book by like one of the great photographers through
Yeah.
the ages. A slice of life kind of thing.
Yeah.
That is really amazing. So let's see what else he photographed whilst he was there, and hopefully you didn't get the DeLorean ticketed.
Harp Household says, I want to learn Japanese after watching Shogun. Shogun was so good, but I still say they made the wrong choice on it.
Yeah, they should have done like they did in Hunt for Red October and basically speak English but with a Japanese accent. Because otherwise, there's an amazing Technicolor thing. You spend all your time reading the subtitles and not seeing the big picture.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I think because Blackthorn is learning Japanese as the show goes on, we should have had less and less Japanese and more coming into English. Because remember, whenever he's speaking to someone in English, he's not speaking English. He's speaking Portuguese. Because he's speaking it to the people that have learned a Western language from the Portuguese Jesuits that are in Japan.
Yeah. Interesting point.
So it should have
I
been
just-
that he got more and more into English.
And see, I like how they do it in a lower low.
Yes, that
And
would.
actually, that just works really well.
It's surprising though.
Yeah.
This is just
Look at the
the level of detail is just oh my
on the
god.
front face there of the platform, the uneven edging stones, the brickwork, and
Yeah.
even the conduit along the front.
Yeah,
It's just, this is amazing. Oh wow! Everything about it is just so lovely.
I'm lost for words or something. Look at the litter has
Yeah.
detail on it.
And like the train spotters and everything.
Look, it's the Times. You can read what it is.
Yeah. This is just incredible.
With a little box camera, yeah. This is
Oh.
incredible. It really is.
Yeah, this is really, really nice. And it's the fact that everything's not shiny and clean. It's got this kind of used look.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the kids there. One of them's writing something in his book.
Yeah, train spotters.
Remember all those people that said, oh, we didn't have autism back in my day. It's like, Grandad, you spent every waking moment you had jotting down numbers of locomotives that you saw at your local station.
Yeah.
Like,
Trying to get them all.
yeah.
Yes. And it's like when I go into your tool shed, everything is ordered by colour and size.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
All the different lines.
Freezer pack, by the way, if anybody's wondering what I'm fiddling with, just trying to keep it cool.
This is. I'm lost for words. I really am. This is just.
Absolutely. Really, really nice, this.
I bet if I zoom in, I can read what's on those. Yep. We can read what's on those signs and everything.
And the way that...
The way they're all coming off, the old ones appealing.
Yeah. Really, really nice. Really, it's that level of attention to detail is just
The
incredible.
where people have sat mostly in the middle, not on the edges because you sit in the middle.
Yeah, because you don't want anybody else to sit next to you.
It's Mark, you do some great stuff. You really, really do incredibly well with this stuff. It's just
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Wow. Really,
Oh my
really
goodness. Jen, we're almost at 9 o'clock. It's
nice. Are
like
we?
8
What,
minutes to.
already?
Yeah. Has tonight flown
Blimey
by?
now.
The green. Look at the weathering on there as well. Oh.
So don't forget, everybody, do tickle that like button. It does help us out a lot. Also, sharing to social media like the Book of Face and such like is also incredibly helpful as well.
It
Get
really
the word
is.
out there that the Monday Club is your online model railway club for everybody. And it's just a great place to hang out and get your daily dose of vitamin train.
Zantek says, are these all commissioned builds?
No, he just builds them.
I think he's just building up because he loves it.
Yeah. So this really is incredible level of work. So yeah. Next slide, please.
These are just amazing. They really are.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got nothing else to say apart from that. And the background, with the misty
Mark
background
Wilson
stuff.
says, no, it's all for him.
Nice.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Oh,
It really,
it's that
really
faded
is.
out background. We saw that with Steve's layer, SHGP Media, with the faded out mountains. And here it is done with industrial buildings as well.
Oh my goodness. Sarah Davis says, the only downside of Mark's layouts is it's Birmingham.
Birmingham. I'm going on.
I actually liked Birmingham when I was there.
Yeah, it's
I've
a nice
never had a
enough
bad
place.
time there.
Yeah, Birmingham's all right.
That museum was fantastic. I've told you about this before. That 3D art, as you walk past
Yes.
and it changes, and it's like a,
That just
a rotating
broke your
perspective.
brain.
It was incredible. I
Yeah.
loved it. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Shunter's Match Wagon. I got one of them from Hereford Model Centre. Oh no, my wagons! And brand new in box, just new old stock. Brought it out from their Mr. Ben cupboard, and only cost me about £8. Brand
Skipsy
new.
Trains, man. Good to see you.
Oh yeah, you got here just before the end. So Gandalf, come on.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. So this is really, really good. Is that the last one?
That is the last one. That's
Okay.
fantastic. Thank
I'm
you
gonna
so much for
Bring
sending
up
that in.
the
That was
regular
brilliant.
picture. So yeah, again, the quality of modelling from you guys really is great.
It's second to none. It really is.
And you'll keep this in mind when we do our YouTuber of the year, the Jenny Kirk choice. Well, technically, it's not it's the Monday Club choice. YouTuber of the year. Remember some of these great YouTube channels that we've highlighted on here. And I know it's just like some fancy piece of printed card, and it is high quality card, it must be said. But
Spent no expense.
yes, spent no expense. But you know, it's nice to give people that recognition of all the hard work. And it'd be nice to see this year actually if Hornby Magazine stupid enough to do that, run those awards for YouTubers again. I don't think YouTubers
I don't
are
think
ready.
stupid enough is the word. They
But
had an
I think-
idea, and
yeah,
it's not their fault that
it
people cause
backfired.
problems.
I think honestly, that rather than going for like the big names and the flash in the pans, they need to look harder at some of these amazing YouTube channels that are out there.
Yeah.
And obviously Charlie will
Still win because
get our
Charlie
vote.
always wins.
Because
Because
Charlie's a nice guy.
Charlie is the epitome of the nice guy.
Yeah, he's like the ace rimmer of the model railway.
Yes.
You just come in and go, what a guy.
What a guy!
Yeah. So it's like, smoke me a ginty. I'll be back for breakfast. And plus, he's got pockets full of Werther's originals.
So we've got here a quick flyer.
Oh, this is the new. Oh, it's not got my picture on.
Plus, it's not got your picture. You can't be on everything.
I was on last year, so everywhere the pull-up banner went for the Lee exhibition this year, it had Minith Tatus New. Don't worry, we'll get. Tomorrow we're going out photography, aren't we? Photographizing with
Yeah.
PG Sambaroto. We're finally doing the photo shoot for Continental Modeler. And we'll let Andy have a good picture as well for the 2027 post.
The 50th anniversary.
Wow.
My goodness.
Yeah. It's a good show now, actually. Since they moved from the church hall to a decent venue, it really has gone from success to success.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It has been wonderful. And do you want to do a quick sum up of any of the news?
What do we think Bachmann is going to produce? Let's major on that. So Bachmann, I think the N2, a few people have suggested that, and it is, the 150th anniversary of Sir Nigel Gresley's birth. I think the N2, it's been long overdue for an upgrade. Hornby, you dropped the ball on that because I honestly expected they were going to announce that at the beginning of the year. So for 00, new tooling, want to see an N2. In 009, if we're going to get new tooling, and I think if we get an N2, I don't think we're going to get new tooling in 009, but I would like to see a rerun maybe of the Baldwins, the D-Class Bogey Opens, and the Double Fairleys. And certainly this will help shift any remaining like coaching stock, that kind of thing that's out there with retailers, the slate wagons as well, by having more locomotives out there. James Spooner is an absolute must, and maybe see a re-release of like Livingston Thompson and David Lloyd George in the alternative colour schemes. Like we've got Festina of Railway Red, Festina of Railway Green. I think some may have got black at some point. That might be an interesting colour. I don't know whether any got midnight blue, but if they did, boom. I'd also like to see the NG15 282 Mikado. That might be nice. And the NGG 16 Garretts. Everybody talks about these, but don't expect them to be cheap. I would be very surprised if they come in underneath the 500-600 mark for just plain DCC ready. But look, it's been great having your company as always. Absolute honour having you here for the Monday Club. Are you doing your stream after the club?
I am.
So don't forget to wait for Gamehammer Classic Gaming.
I just found the receipt for when one of these books that I'm reading about trams was sent out.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
From Ian Allen. It doesn't actually. Well, it's so old. It only has the address of Ian Allen's mail order service. So this was actually in the book. Look at that! You don't get this kind of personal service anymore.
No. Dear sir, we have much pleasure in providing the goods you have ordered.
We have much pleasure in enclosing the goods you have ordered, and sincerely hope they will be satisfactory in every way. In the event of any query, please quote the reference number shown above. In thanking you for your custom, may I assure you of our best and personal attention at all times. Yours faithfully, Ian Allen.
That is incredible.
Wow, Walton-on-Thames 28484 is the telephone number if you want
I
to
bet
go.
it's not anymore.
No, it won't be. They've gone like 7 digits since then. So that is incredible. Wow, perfectly preserved in the book.
Yeah.
There we go. So anyway, don't forget. You'll get a prompt to go straight on over to Gamehammer Classic Gaming after the stream. So do click the link. And what will you be playing on All Request Monday?
Well, I've had 2 requests so far. One from River Raid,
Oh gosh, yeah.
an old Atari game.
Oh right, okay.
And Xantec sent me a message asking for a good Star Trek game after the crap one that I played on Thursday.
What about Piglet's Big Score? You still haven't played that.
Oh my God.
Oh, what about Dora the Explorer?
You're just picking ones that require me to climb all over the room to get it.
You never played Zoo Puzzle.
I didn't have time.
Oh, well, Zoo Puzzle should still be on the list then.
Sim Tower, I wish I had it.
Sim
I
Tower?
genuinely wish I had it, but I don't.
I remember there was like all that rage for like Sim Ant and Sim Hospital and
Yeah.
Sim Toilet. I don't.
Don't laugh, there's probably a one.
There
I
was
mean,
like
hell,
the Cray.
Skibbity Toilet was a thing for a while.
Sim City was probably the first of those.
SimCity was the big one,
Yeah, yeah. Anywho, look, you guys take great care. I always liked SimCity 2000.
SimCity 2000's good.
That was the best.
I've got several copies of that on different things, just because it was that popular.
Yeah, I had it on my PC.
Yeah.
But apparently James Pett says you can play Sim Tower online.
We
Anyway,
played James Pett's game last week.
cool.
A game about breeding monsters to defend a land full of treasure from random dudes that will come and try and get it. It was really good.
Yes, that's lovely. But meanwhile, back at the ranch. So you guys take great care of yourself. We will catch you later. Looking forward to the Bachmann announcements on Wednesday. Depending on what I'm doing, let's nail this down now. What
Who are you nailing?
No, it all depends on my work schedule with the day job. Oh God, I wish I didn't have to go out to work.
For
But I
those who
do.
don't know, she's delivering 20 tons of turnips to Tesco.
So Wednesday, I will be out until afternoon. So no
What's
real-
wrong?
Well, I'm not around to do a live stream
Oh, yeah.
coverage. But yeah, looking
I mean, we
forward
could do
to
a special on Wednesday night, but
Well, let me get that my schedule back up. Oh no! Wait a minute! No! I tell a lie. I should be back by about 9-10 o'clock. I might be able to do it.
all right, well, we'll see what we can do.
And I'm not pushed for time on Thursday.
So we will have a live stream for you at some point.
Potentially, let's not. We may or may not do. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, we'll do
see.
what
Watch-
we do usually. We'll have it and then jump over to my channel after it, because my show doesn't start till 7:30.
Oh, that yeah, maybe we'll do that, depending on time and,
Yeah.
and whether they actually announce anything. It might just be a damp squib, and you go, "Oh, is that it?"
If it's like 3 wagons, we'll cover it in a minute. But other than that,
But no, modelers in NG7 and 009 have been waiting patiently for a long, long time.
that is true.
It's, we're not asking for a lot, just re-releases with new livery options of the Baldwin, the D-Class Open and the Double Fairleys. Please, please, please. NG7, I think for that maybe a mainline Hunslet in the original 040 guys with options later on to do the tender and the tender with front pony versions. Although with 009, maybe they could. With NG7, they could do the Tin Turtle. That might go down.
When you
very
say
well.
we, you mean you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys,
Thank
you so much for joining us tonight. We are now past 9 o'clock, so
Yeah,
we're
so
going to sign off.
take
and
great
we'll see
care
you
of
on
yourself.
Wednesday, most likely.
Happy modelling. Bye for now.
Jenny loves you, Diesel Shunda. In the yard, you're no front runner. drunk it up. You're the one who fills the cup. Pull those wagons back and forth. Drunk it up. For what you're worth. Drunk it up. Drunk it up. Drunk it up. Hashtag not a cult.
And we are back. Good night, everyone. I'll see you soon. I'm rushing off now to do the game Hammer Classic Gaming. Bye-bye. Jenny, of course, is still here,
Oh yeah.
beatboxing like it ain't no thing. If you go left or left today.
I just realised you put the TARDIS somewhere that none of the cameras are currently covering.
Really?
Yeah. And they still don't cover that.
Today. You'll never believe you'll have.
Shall I put it somewhere that people can see?
If I could look for every train wherever it was, let's gather there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club.
And obviously, a huge thank you to Sawyer Models, the sponsor of the Monday Club. It helps keep the lights on. You can check them out at the link on your screen or in the description box. It's also where you'll find the exclusive Monday Club 009 wagon, William Loud and Sons. You can also purchase Monday Club badges from there too. Limited ones available, and at the end of tonight the maroon badges are coming off sale. There's only like 4 or 5 left unless somebody's been on and bought them all. Last chance for maroon Monday Club badges, and then we just got the purple ones. So take care, everybody who's drifting off. We do know it's a school night, so don't worry about that. But if you are sticking around, then you'll get the prompt shortly. Oh, the camera's not come up. Let me just fix that. So you will get the prompt shortly to move on over to Gamehammer Classic Gaming for All Request Monday, and it's a great way of keeping the live streaming goodness going. Hang out with retro gaming all the way. So just had word that Gamehammer Classic Gaming is about to go live. So thank you so much for joining us here on the channel. As Richard Gruter says, remember, see it, smell it, sort it. Wait for your prompt, and then Monday Club will be finishing for another week. We've got a video on the PG Sembaroto build coming out on Friday. Don't forget as well, we've got the current PG Sembaroto build last Friday. I think YouTube hasn't notified many people. Do go and check that out as well. But from here, for now, take great care of yourself. Head on over to Gamehammer Classic Gaming at the prompt and show the covered monkey some love. But until next time, take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now.